foremost, I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Wakarkadash. Double honors to the elders for pushing his word truthfully and sincerely, and shalom to the Akim, scattered through the four corners of the globe, preaching the word truthfully and sincerely as well too. And I say shalom to you Akim out there. And this is a sit-down lesson that I want to bring out. This is from ArabNews.com. And it reads, it says, Russia plans air defense reform to bolster defiance near Finland. And this comes when I believe Russian forces going to deploy their nuclear capability as well too. I was trying to pull up that other article, but my internet connection is kind of tweaking outside, so that's why I just brought this up. And I'm going to read it again for edification's sake. It says, Russia plans air defense reform to bolster defenses near Finland. And it says, Russia plans to overhaul its air defense force after gaining new experience in the air in the war in Ukraine, and will also bolster its air defense to counter Finland's ascensions to the NATO military alliance. A commander in Russia Airspace Force says, since Russia invaded Ukraine on February 24th of last year in what it calls a special military operation, the fighting has descended in a grinding artillery war with extensive use of drones and missile tests. Their air defiances of both Russia and Ukraine. And it says in an interview published on Monday with the Red Star newspaper, Lieutenant General Andrea Deming, Deputy Commander-in-Chief of Aerospace Force, said the Air Defense Force has faced a number of challenges in the face of Ukraine strikes. And it says Russia has added more than 50 mobile radar stations, a 50 early warning and control aircraft patrol 24 hours a day, while missile and anti-aircraft installations regions next to Ukraine has been bolstered. It says in Ukraine, regional under Russian control air defense, and it's had been set up to defend key installations. Dem says while Russia has ramped up productions of the RLK, the MC anti-drone system, the reforms have undoubtedly planned and will be implemented. Deming told the Defense Ministry newspaper the purpose of the upcoming changes in the development of the armed forces and aimed at improving the air defense system of the Russian Federation. Meant to say Slovakia. It says, and Deming said that Russia will also bolster its defense after Finland, which shared 1,300 kilometers of 800 miles border with Russia joining. It says border within Russia joined NATO. Meant to say, rephrase that. I meant to say Slovakia. It says, continuing on with the reading. In these conditions, the Air Defense Force are working out the issues of protecting the state border in the northwest of the countries in accordance with the increased threat level, Dem says. I'm gonna bring out the this is Ezekiel. Bring out the Ezekiel, the 38th chapter, the first verse, and all the way down to the 7th verse. And this is Ezekiel, the 38th chapter, now bring out. this is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 38, verse 1 in the Holy Scriptures, and it reads, "And the word of the Lord came unto me, saying," verse 2, "Son of man, set thy face against Gog and the land of Magog, the Meshach and Tubal, and prophesy against him." Ezekiel 38 and 4. "And thus saith the Lord Yahweh thy power, behold, I am against thee, O Gog, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal." Ezekiel 38 and 4. "And I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth in all thy army, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with also source of armor, even a great company and buckler and shield, and all of them handling sword." Ezekiel 38 and 5. And it reads, "Persia, Ethiopia, Libya, with them all of them with shield and helmet." Ezekiel 38 and 6. "Gomer and all his bands, the house of Togomor of the north quarters, and all his bands and many people with thee." Ezekiel 38 and 7. "Be thou prepared and prepare for thyself, and all thy companies that are assembled unto thee, be thou a guard unto them." So as we see the Russians building up their nuclear capability, because ancient times the Russians was Magog, Gog in the land of Magog. So the modern day Russians used to be Gog. Now they are the modern day Russians. So that's why Ezekiel 38th chapter, the first verse down to the verse 7 is coming into full effect. As we see this news article right here, it says, especially in that region where you have the Russia and the Russia-Ukraine situation is continuing to increase, and with the recent of Finland joining NATO, and then they're going to deploy their military capability right along in Belarus and the area between Finland and through the border of what of NATO allies and its army is located in that region, while you have the tensions between NATO of its allies versus Belarus and Russia. So that's why I brought out the Ezekiel, the 38th chapter, and it makes a lot of sense. As it sees right here, it says, "Russia plans air defiance reform to bolster its defiance near Finland." And I'm going to bring out the Matthews 24 and 6 as well, too. And this is part of a rumor of war as well, too. And this is Matthews 24 and 6, and it reads through the Holy Scriptures. And it says, "And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars." Right, that's a rumor of war. "And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that you be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet." Right, because the end is not yet. It's going to continue to increase and build up more of Russia's nuclear capability, and they're going to bolster their air defense capability not that far from Finland, which is Finland joining NATO. In Finland, they're going to deploy their military capability in their army as well too, bordered over there, not too far where the Russians and their army is bordered at, where they're deployed at, you know. And from across the border, you're going to have the NATO and the allies of their army as well too. So the tensions between Russia and the NATO countries and their allies are, increasing. Those tensions are there, and that's what you call wars and rumors of wars are heating up between these nations, And I'm going to read it again for edification's sake. This is Matthew 24 and 6. "And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that you be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet." Right, because this is going to increase more and more the tensions between the different nations and different kingdoms. And this is what we're seeing in the latter days. In the Ezekiel, the 38th chapter, is definitely coming into full effect as we see it right in front of our eyes in the latter days. This is, I'm going to go to the next verse, moving forward. This is Matthew 24 and 7, and it reads through the Holy Scriptures. "For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places." Right, so this is what we're seeing. We're seeing the nation against nation and kingdom against kingdom in the latter days, and it's going to continue to increase and build forth, as along with the wars and rumors of wars are heating up in the latter days as well too. So with that, this was just a sit-down lesson that I wanted to bring out, and this was recently, as of April the 10th, 2023, and this is by Reuters from ArabNews.com. And it says again, Russia plans to air defense reform to bolster its defense near Finland, as Finland joins NATO about a week ago. And then they're going to deploy their military of their army and their deployment right along the border of the NATO allies of its nations of its army, not too far from the Russian border. So that's what you call a war, a rumor of war. Wars and rumors of wars are heating up. So that's a prime example. So with that, once again, I hope for this sit-down lesson was edifying. I would like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem, Wakar double honors to the elders for preaching this word truthfully and sincerely, and shalom to the Akim, scattered through the four corners of the globe, preaching the word truthfully and sincerely as well too. And until next time, I will say shalom.